everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to another Monday Night with Cassie. I am Cassie with Created by Cassie, and I am so happy that you chose to click on this video. Hey Amy, how are you doing? Hope you had a good day. So how have you guys been? I hope you've been good. I have been crafting away all weekend. We had pre-order a couple weeks ago, and I finally got my pre-order in, and spoiler alert, everything is really pretty. You're gonna love it. Next week's bundle, I've already got it all done, and oh, it's so cute. But for today, if this is your first time watching me, go ahead and put this emoji down in the comments. Hey Debbie, how you doing? Put this emoji down in the comments so I can say hi. And if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, or hit the thumbs up on my Facebook. So let's see. So our mini catalog has come out. Sale-a-bration ends the end of February, so it's coming up here soon. So if you have any orders you want to get in, go ahead and get them in. I have a link in my description that you can use to shop with me. Also, I have a goal that I am working towards to get to 150 YouTube subscribers by my birthday in April. I would love it if you would subscribe. I do videos every week, and sometimes I do little bonus videos. And also linked down in the description, you can join my weekly newsletter, and I would love to send you a card in the mail. So if you would like one, go ahead and sign up for that newsletter. And let's get into today's bundle. I can't talk today for some reason. All right, so today's bundle is Grow with Love, and oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. You guys are going to love it. All right, this is the bundle. Look at these stamps. So we have basil, rosemary, mint, and thyme. This is a border that goes along with one of the dies in here. And then our sentiments are, you're on my mind, from the garden of, and then it has a little line here that you can write your name on. Thanks so much for your love and care. And then this little one right here, grown with love. Isn't that so cute? And hope I got all my fun stuff in here. So it is a red rubber. This is the outline for this die right here. So you can stamp this and then cut it out with this. We have two different sentiment dies here. This is a really cool die. I'm going to show you how to use it. And each of these cut out each of the different herbs here. And then the showstopper is this guy right here that comes with the bundle. I'm going to show you how to use it. It actually goes this way. It's really cool. I was really excited when I figured out how to use it. So let's go ahead and get into our first card for today. All right, first card. And guys, this is with wild wheat, and wild wheat is not my color, but look at how pretty this is. Is that not beautiful? It's got the wild wheat in the background, and then this is the Daffodil Delight here. It's so pretty. So let me go ahead and get everything out. How has your guys' day been? I was off today, so that was really nice. I got to get a lot of stuff done. All right. Now, if I can get this stuff out of here, bring up my comments over here. There we go. So this is our wild wheat, and this is very difficult for me to work with, but it worked really well with this card and with the yellow. It's kind of a mustardy-ish color, mustardy-ish. All right, so our DSP is the delightful florals, and I use the back of it, which is my light is so bright. Let's see, is that better? That's a little bit better. So I use the back of it, which is the gingham print, the plaid-ish still kind of, I don't know what's up with my light tonight. As the sun changes, it changes the light in my room because I'm at the front of the house where the sun goes down, so it messes with me at times. All right, so I glued this back piece on, and I love this paper. It's just so busy. I've had a hard time figuring out how to use it. Have you guys had any success with it? I mean, I've had success with it. It's so busy. It's a little bit harder to work with. So I was excited I got to use it for this here. And Amy, I know you got this bundle. Have you worked with it yet? It's if not, you're gonna love it. All right, so then I did another wild wheat for the middle here, and then for this Daffodil Delight, I used the Waves folder. The what is it called? I don't have it right beside me. It's something Waves. It's one of the new ones, and it's gorgeous. I love it so much. So I glued this down, and this is a 3D embossing folder, so you definitely want to make sure that you get a decent amount of glue, because this one I have a hard time getting it to stay down. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, you're waiting to see what I created? Yeah, I've created some fun stuff. You'll get some good ideas. I know Bev messaged me. Bev's one of our team members on our team. She messaged me earlier, and she was like, where's your card that you did for the book bundle? And so I directed her over to that video, and she recreated it, and it's so pretty. I love it. All right, so for this, I stamped out these individually, and they stamp like a dream. They're wonderful to stamp with. I've already stamped and cut them out, but I will go ahead and show you how easy they stamp. And I love the way that they did these, because it's not all one color or one, you can't really tell here, but it goes kind of light to dark. And the way that they made these stamps is just, they did a great job with all the variation in the color there. So, and I think the mint is actually my favorite out of the bundle. Oops, I went sideways. And my stamps have an edge around them, and so I'm still getting used to how to work with that, because I already put the sticker on. All right, so I'm just going to stamp this down here, and I don't know if you can see the different variation of color there, how deep it is in some places and how light it is in others. And it does stamp the name here, mint, and then it says Mentha, I think. But when you die cut it out, it does not die cut the name. Just so you know that. All right. I just wanted to show you how nicely they stamp. I was really surprised, because some of the rubber, red rubbers, I have trouble with, and the only one I'm having trouble with that one is just because the edges are a little to the side, but that's okay. All right, so what I did here, I took these, and I just, my dogs are playing in the other room really loudly, so I hope you can't hear them. So I just stacked these kind of on around each other here, kind of like this. And then the shading is beautiful, isn't it, Amy? I love it. I was really surprised when I stamped with them how beautiful it was. I wasn't anticipating that. All right. Oh, I missed. It's all right. We got it. I'm going to put it here in the middle, just kind of where I had it, and move it up. And then worked much better off camera, as it always does. All right, grab a wipe here to get this glue up before I get it on myself even more, or on the card where I don't want it to be. All right. And the thing that I like about the green glue is it gives you a few minutes or a few seconds to work with it and move it around to where you kind of want it to be. There we go. So just like that. Isn't that so pretty? And I did, this is Old Olive, Granny Apple Green, and then this is actually Petunia Pop, of all colors. But I actually thought it did pop, and I liked it a lot there. All right, so then with this, I used my dimensionals and I popped this up. This is a very, very simple card. Very good for, I still have glue on my hand here. Very good for beginner stampers. This is a really good bundle. So if you are looking for something simple, this is your stamp set. And this is your card. All right, because honestly, the stamps do the work for you. They're so easy and so pretty. All right, so I'm just going to center this as best I can, because the plaid here kind of messes with your eyes a little bit as you're putting it down. It's about straight. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. All right, then I cut out one of the sentiment strips here out of the die there, and I used one of the stamps, the You're on My Mind. So I'm going to grab a block, and then, excuse my reach, I forgot to get my Mossy Meadow down. And we're going to see if this Mossy Meadow is going to work for me, because I re-inked it, and sometimes it wants to work and sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see. So the good thing about our basic white is you can always flip it over if the first side doesn't work. All right, so I'm just going to stamp this here in the middle, and we're going to flip it over. See, it's kind of, it's very light, very faint. I'm going to go on this side. I'm not very good at re-inking. I've moved the ink around on here with a spoon, but it still is just not, it's just not being even. If you have any tips for me, let me know. All right, let's see if this works better. Nope. It's all right. We'll go with the first one. It's a little bit less. We'll put it on a slant and then maybe it'll look straight. Yeah, because this is one of the ones, it has the thing on the bottom too. Hey Jen, how are you doing? Hope you had a good day. I think you said you were off work today too. All right, so I'm going to, oh, can you hear them behind me? Yeah, I'm sorry. They are, I don't know what it is today. They were sleeping for the last like 2 hours, and now all of a sudden they have to play, and not only do they have to play loudly. So yeah. Yeah, I did. I'll try it again when I stamp again. Isn't this so pretty? It's a little crooked, but it's okay. I can always change it later if I want to. Or it's a handmade card. All right, for this, I took the yellow, our yellow ribbon with the Delightful Florals, and I just wrapped it around my finger a couple of times, and then I took a piece of ribbon and tied a knot in it right there to make the little pieces down here. And so it's kind of like a more full bow, if you can see. It's got a couple different parts there. I think it's pretty. Once you get it stuck down, you can play around with it, and it fills out really nicely. So, yeah, Jen, it is. It's because I'm on a live. And I told them they need to be quiet, but you know, that doesn't translate to them as be quiet. I think it translates to let's be louder. All right, we're going to stick this down here. Perfect. Isn't that pretty? And they're back in the room. So, so pretty. All right. For the inside, what I did, isn't that really pretty? The Petunia Pop just pops off of this. So I stamped, this is the, oh man, I don't know all these ones. This is the time stamp. And I stamped it off the paper because I did not want it to say time beside it when I stamped it. And I found it was very challenging. Actually, this one, the rosemary, is pretty easy because the rosemary is right underneath it. I wonder if you can see it, but you can probably see it better here. The rosemary is underneath it, so you can easily get this with your ink. But like the mint and the basil, it's a little bit more challenging to get just the herb itself. All right. And Jen, I was saying this is wild wheat, and it's not one of our top favorites, but it looks really pretty with this Daffodil Delight here. And I actually think the Petunia Pop gives it a little bit something extra too. I feel like it makes it look more mustard than like pea soup. All right, so that's our inside right here. So pretty. And then for the embellishment, I used my absolute favorite, which these are now on the Sale-a-bration site, or items that you can get for free with your $60 order before shipping and tax. So I'm just going to take the big one here. These fit so perfect with this this bundle, and I always love when I can use these butterflies. All right, and I'm going to put one right here. And isn't that beautiful? That is our first card. So pretty. And this was actually the very first card that I made when I started playing with this bundle, and I was really happy with it, and it got my mojo going with that one. All right. Let's go with this card next, but I have two different variations that I wanted to show you. So this is the one we're going to, if I can get it, make for tonight. Isn't that pretty? This is a different variation. It's the same stamping, but it's different colors. And then there's this one. How pretty is that with the gold? So pretty. All right. I was trying to decide if this was the one I wanted to go with or not, and it is. I made two other variations of it. But it does show you that any of the cards that I make tonight, if you want to do a different color with it, go for it. I found for me that the bright light colors like this really made everything pop. All right, so I have, this is our Summer Splash, and this is the Cane Weave embossing folder, which is one of my new favorites. I absolutely love it. Hey Kevin, how are you? All right, so I'm gonna put a lot of glue on this one too, because this one doesn't like to stick either. I actually was making a card a little while ago for, it's gonna sound silly, but I've been getting my groceries for pickup lately. I order it online and then I just go to the store and they come out and put it in the car for me. Really simple, really easy, and it's just no more than 5 minutes. So So I am going to stamp on this now. So let me get out my stamps that I need. But so I decided I was going to make them a card. Actually, what happened was I was like, hey, I have all these cards. Let me figure out some people I can send some cards to. Well, that translated into I decided that I needed to make them a card that looks like shopping. So that's the card I was making earlier. Actually, I think this is Coastal Cabana. That looks a bit lighter. That looks a little bit lighter. I made these about a week or so ago. All right, so then we have, that one is this one right here, the mint. Right? Yep. Yeah, make sure. And I just recently re-inked this one too. But my point with that was, I was having, it popped up off, after I glued it, it popped up off the card because I didn't, I guess, put enough glue or enough pressure. All right, let's see if this one works. So all I did, this is the Everyday Arches die, which is one of my absolute favorites. Yeah, and Jen, you're gonna laugh because on our group text, remember I asked about the beer stamp set. I'm gonna make the guys, the people at the Union County or Union Brewing, a card as well from us, so we can all sign it. All right. Yeah, my re-ink is a little off. It's all good. And then I went down here to the side with this one. Just like that, because you're not going to see this part. All right, let me. And again, that was like, oh, hey, I can get rid of a couple cards and, you know, send them to people who are going to love them. But then it was like, you know, I really should probably make them a card that is related with beer, because that's what they do. They brew beer. So then I'm not necessarily getting rid of a card, but it's okay. They're going to love it anyways. And our team can put all of our names on it, and they let us come every couple weeks anyways. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to put these on here, kind of how I'm thinking I want them. And for this one, I kind of easily tucked it right under because I want it kind of up here, but it's not quite long enough. So let me get my mini dimensionals here. So yeah, I'm going to be playing with that retired stamp set from Bev. I'll make a card for them and I'll bring it to our meeting the next time, and then we can all sign it and give it to them. I thought that'd be fun. All right, so I'm going to, this one I want right there. So take these backings off. There we go. And I'm just going to stick this on here, kind of close to the edge of this one. Then let me take these off. Yeah, Sweet Union Brewing, that's what it is. I'm over here is like, what is it called? I know it's Union something. Sweet Union Brewing. They're so sweet over there. I love them over there. All right, so that's kind of what it's going to look like. And you see here, it's got the mint down here. That is, I lost my sentiment piece. Where's my sentiment piece? Maybe I didn't cut it. I thought I cut it. It's all good. We'll cut another one. So this is Summer Splash. And, nope, this is purple. That is not Summer Splash. That is Highland Heather, which is this one. This is how I keep all of my extra cardstock pieces, and I label them with these like little tab labels, and then I have a little stand over here on the side that I keep them in so I can kind of thumb through them. All right, I'm gonna run this through really quick, and you know, as soon as I run this through, I'm gonna find it because I'm pretty sure I even stamped it. All right, run this through here. Here's my top plate. I've been die cutting up a storm here the past 2 days working with the, one of the new bundles from our pre-order. That's Dublin saying hello. And let's see, let me get this off here. So I've been doing a ton of die cutting, but I love to die cut. All right, so this is Gorgeous Grape. Sorry, my ink is right behind the camera. And I used this Hello, which I still haven't figured out where it goes. Gorgeous Grape I have not. Hey, Amy with an I, how are you? All right, let me stamp this down. And whenever I use a darker color, I try to let it sit for a second on the paper to let it do its thing and get the ink on there. All right. So this is going to go right over the mint, so we're not going to see that anymore. So let's put some dimensionals down. I'm just going to do 2 on this one. Whoops. I'm glad you guys were safe, Amy with an I, with the rain and everything. So crazy. Western North Carolina is just getting hit hard. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it so much. All right, so I'm going to dimensional this sucker up here. And I don't think I have all these cut. Let me just grab a new one. Let's see. Go with this one. I think this is one of the ones that is, yeah, these are not the big ones. Where are my big ones? Whoops, stay there. Here we go. I have to open a new package. I've been crafting up a storm here lately. But at least I'm not out of dimensionals. That's good. All right, these are better. These will get us further. All right. And there we go. Grab this here. Isn't this bundle so pretty? I really enjoyed working with it. Yep, Amy with an I. The arches, they're my favorite. I got Jen into them too. They're just gorgeous. You can't do anything and make them look bad. All right, so I am going to do my best to center that. There we go. How pretty? And pretty simple too, right? I think that was my bow. Come here. And I learned this bow from Amy with a Y. So let's get a glue dot. And this one I did the same. I wrapped it around my fingers a couple of times and then tied a knot in the middle. Yes, I enjoyed my Monday off too. Hi Kay, how are you doing? Yes, the arches are beautiful, aren't they? I love these arches so much. All right, so I put the bow right where the, I think this is thyme meets the rosemary. Is that rosemary? Where the purple meets the green, so that it covered it up. So that's where I stuck the bow, so you didn't see in there. Isn't that pretty? I love the linen thread with this bundle. It's so pretty. All right, let's get our inside. And again, this is the, pretty sure this was the time. Yep, the time. Can't keep them straight. All right, so I'm just gonna glue this in. And of course I have all the matching envelopes, because we have to have our envelopes matching. There we go. And we are gonna do butterflies again. Yes, the color combination is really pretty, isn't it? I love it. All right, I'm gonna put a couple of these guys around. Whoops, come here. And I was so excited to get to use my butterflies on here too. And that is card number 2. Isn't that beautiful? Look at how the butterflies just kind of shine. So pretty. Are you guys enjoying this bundle? I sure enjoyed playing with it. If you don't have it, it might be a winner for you. All right. Our third card is this one. And this one was a stretch for me. I told myself I need to use a color that is not my norm. So this is Calypso Coral. And that's the inside. And I actually used, Jen, I made this one after we did our crafting the other night. I'm using the wood grained paper that we have. And it's the first time I've used it. I got it, and then I didn't use it. I couldn't figure out how to use it. All right, so I'm just gonna take my brown blending brush, and I'm actually gonna grab my stamp off paper so I don't get, if I can get it, so I don't get the tabletop messy. And I'm just going to swirl this around for a little bit. Thank you so much, Kay. I know, these cards are so cute. This bundle is, I have to say, I wasn't sure at first because it seemed like it was going to be very green and kind of like the darker colored greens. And I tend to go more towards the brighter colors. I'm going to grab my pecan pie here. But once I kind of changed some of the colors up, I was like, okay, this is gorgeous. I love this. I'm just gonna keep going with this, and I just kind of layered on here. Keep going back and forth and in circles, and you'll really get to see the green after once you get all the brown on, and you can go with whatever brown works for you. I almost went with crumb cake, but I thought it was a little too light, so I did pecan pie. And I love this pecan pie color. I use it a lot. You'll see it a lot in next week's card. I used a lot of pecan pie in that bundle. All right, let's do a little bit more. This bundle is Grow with Love. Grow with Love. I'm excited to show you this next one. This next project. It's my favorite. I had so much fun with it. All right, let's get that. That's good. Put this back before I make a mess. Sure, Debbie. Yeah, this is what the front looks like. Grow with Love. So pretty. All right, so I don't know. Hopefully you can see. It's not really translating. but there is a wood texture already on here, and it's not, I did not run it through the embossing. It was already textured with it. All right, so I'm going to take my Calypso Coral here. I'm going to burnish it so it doesn't pop open on me. I can get rid of this now. And I'm going to put this so that the grain is going up and down. And I just glued it down. And actually I'm going to open this so that I can tell where I'm going. Since I cut part of the front off there. Here we go. So this is not a full front card. I think this is an 1.5 inches I cut off because I wanted this paper to pop through on the side. All right. Next we're going to put this down. This paper is from, yeah, the wood paper. I know Jen brought it out to work with on one of our creating things, and we didn't end up using it. This is from the Toadstools paper from Sale-a-bration. I thought this side was really pretty. Kind of went with the plant theme here, so I'm just going to glue this in here. Yeah, I got the wood paper. We made something with it at some point, and I was like, I need to recreate that. And then I forgot what it was that I made with it, and then I was having trouble figuring out how to use it. All right, not pretty. Now we're gonna do, here they are. We are going to take our pieces, and I'm just going to lay them out here. So I have Granny Apple Green. I have a bunch of colors here. This is Old Olive. I got my sprucey here, shaded spruce. This is, I think this is Coastal Cabana. I don't think it's Summer Splash. And this is Petunia. And where did my purple go? Guys, I'm losing everything tonight. It's all good. We will ignore the purple. Oh, here it is. They're stuck together. All right. So this is Highland Heather. Petunia Pop and Highland Heather. And all I did with this, I actually put these up on dimensionals. Where are my baby dimensionals here? And I did the 2 outer first. So I did the 2 biggest ones. And I did that so that I could kind of build it up as like a little garden kind of growing. Goes this way. So we kind of try to mimic. There must be a dog walking by. That's why Winston's gonna bark, in case you hear him. Alright, these baby dimensionals have, or mini dimensionals, are so hard sometimes to get these papers off. Alright, so I'm going to put this one over here and kind of put it at a slant. And then the mint, that's basil. I know that one. This one's mint. And this one I love in the Coastal Cabana. So stinking pretty. I'll stick that right there. Then what I did was, this guy goes here, and kind of tried to mix up the colors a little bit. Yep, so I put those there. Make sure they fit. Alright, put couple dimensionals here. Oops, that one didn't stick. You guys liking this bundle? Alright, so we're going to put the Sir Sprucey is what I call him. Shaded spruce color over here. Let's kind of put him, let me cut his bottom piece off here. This is a good tip. If something doesn't fit, don't be afraid to snip. Alright, so he's going to go there. Then we're going to take Old Olive. I'm going to stick it underneath the mint here. I'm kind of go kind of to the side here. Let's see if I can get him under there. My dimensional's getting stuck. There we go. Okay. Then we are going to put our 2 thyme pieces down. I think that was rosemary. Yeah, these are that's rosemary. I didn't pay attention to the names as I was stamping them, which I probably should have, so then I knew what they were. All right. And I used these smaller dimensionals because I felt like they were a little bit easier to work with instead of the big ones. So I'm just going to stick this one here, and it pops itself a little bit up with the extra dimensional. This pack of mini dimensionals doesn't like me. All right, and then I'm just going to tuck this guy in here, put him a little bit further down, and that's just to cover the open space there in the middle. There we go, just like that. Isn't that pretty? All right, then this is the larger of the 2 dies for the sentiments. So it's this guy. And I love how it has just a little bit of a curve to it. It just makes it look really, really pretty, as opposed to just being straight across. Dimensionals. I need the big ones. Here we go. Nope, those are not the right ones. These. And I'm only going to do 2 dimensionals. And I'm hoping I didn't just put that where it shouldn't go. I did. So what I'm going to do, and I think this is actually what I did when I made this. I made these like a week or 2 ago. I'm going to put this where I want it. See, I put that one too high too. I actually stuck it down and then I put the dimensionals underneath it. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to stick this one down, and then I can put this dimensional. So I take the backing off, I put it on my finger, and then I will fit it where it needs to go right under there. So you can't see it out here. And then I'm just going to make sure that it is straight. And if you don't want it to kind of curl up here, you can always put a glue dot in there. But this one this one doesn't really come up too much. I think where it's placed, it's pretty safe. All right, this is Summer Splash. It's not the braided ribbon. It's the Summer Splash ribbon. It's the only one. And this stuff, it ties in a bow like a dream. I love this ribbon so much. I'm almost out of my Petunia Pop. So I'm going to take my, once I find them, glue dots here. I'm going to put a couple of these on the back here. And I love the glue dots that come from the kits. I know a lot of people don't like them. I can use them. They work great for me. Those are actually the ones I tend to go for. Just gonna make sure. I'm gonna add another. Let me grab my bigger ones. But I really like the, there we go. And I always just move around my bow just to make sure it's not gonna move. And then I'm going to pull up my ends here and just snip it off with my paper snips. There we go. So pretty. All right, I got all kinds of stuff here. And again, we're going to use a butterfly, and then I also used these adhesive backed pearl trio. They had Calypso coral dots here, and I was like, hey, I can use those. I knew I had Calypso coral embellishments that I don't use very often. So I'm going to put a baby butterfly, because don't butterflies always go around our herbs? And then I'm going to do 2 of these Calypso coral embellishments. And that is card number 3. Isn't that beautiful? Got a little herb garden. It's almost like this is like the little herb box and you've got the herbs popping out of it. So pretty. All right. And for our last project, our third project, it is my favorite. I had the most fun with it. I have fun with all of this, but this this took the cake for me. I love this part of this bundle. It is absolutely amazing. So these are what we're going to make, and this special die comes with the bundle, and when you run it through, it's going to come out like this. It already kind of like scores it for you on the places that you need to fold, and it is super easy to work with. I'm going to show you all the tips and tricks here. And this back here is this special die that I was talking about earlier. This one here. So the bigger of the 2 bigger are these 2 right here. And then these 2 smaller pieces are what go on top of this piece right here. Because see, this one here has a hole in it, but this one, so you don't see that hole, you put the piece on top of it. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a hole here, and then here it has a little bump on it, which it's supposed to be, and that's part of this die here. All right, and then what you do is you unwind it. You can open it, and then it has a little card inside. Of course I use the arches, who's surprised? And I put a little time on here. I used the bumblebees, and on this side you can write your message, and you can, a gift card will fit in here. I tested it, and a gift card will fit in here, and each one of these does that. You just unwind it, and it's pretty sturdy actually. This one has the mint and the matching summer splash on the back, and this one is the soft sea foam, if I can grab a hold of this, and this is the rosemary. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely loved working with this. It took me a minute, but I'm going to show you everything you need to know so that you know how to do it. All right, so when you run this through your embossing folder, it's going to come out like this without the, it's going to come out like this. So all you're going to do, if you want to stamp it, I recommend stamping it before you fold it up and adhere it together. It's much, the pressure that you get on it, if it's flat open like this, is much better, and the ink adheres much clearer. So this bigger flap is going to go on the top because we're going to have it so that we close that. So we're gonna fold these, and I actually did not burnish these. I thought it was actually better not to, because it helps it pop open. All right, so you're gonna fold it one way and fold it the other. We'll adhere it here, and then you fold this part up, or you can do it where you adhere it down at the bottom onto these two and then adhere it here. But I found it was easier to adhere these two together and then this at the bottom. So for this, I used tear and tape. So I put tape on the outside here, and then tape on this side in here, and I'm just going to move these. And this one was one of the ones I did before I figured out how to do it the correct way, or the easier way. So I'm going to push this in. I'm going to close this one in, just like that. And then this side has the tear and tape on this side, so I'm going to close this side and just push down. And with the tear and tape, it sticks. Once it's stuck, it's stuck. So then you're going to already have your pocket. So again, I recommend doing this where you tape this on the outside. I think I put these together before I figured that out, because I kept making them over and over. All right, so I'm going to fold this over. That would be great for leaving tips. Yes, that's a great idea. I like that. All right, I'm just gonna push this down here, just like that. All right, so I will show you how to put the tear and tape down. So this is our tear and tape, and this is the way that I found is easier. So I'm just gonna stick our tear and tape down right there, and I'm gonna stick the tear and tape, yep, on the inside. There we go. All right, so I'm going to close this side. Take this piece off first. So I'm going to close this side, just like that. Then you're going to have this flap down here, and this is the easier way in my opinion, and the safer way, because with this you might get some of the tear and tape coming out of the bottom, and this way you won't. You just push that down there, and then it's nice and sealed, just like that. And then we have this part up here with the little, I guess, button top. I don't really know what it's called. But what I did was, got my handy dandy tape here that has all my pieces so I don't lose them. I took one of the, I took our gold paper, specialty gold paper, and I'm going to fold the top down, and I'm going to kind of eyeball where I want this to go, and then I'm going to grab my glue wherever it is, put the glue on the back of this, and put very, very little glue, not much at all. I kind of squirt like a minimal amount and then push it around with the top. So I'm going to center this here, there in the middle, and push it down. And then we've got to get our hole. So I'm going to grab my piercing mat, and you can use your take your pick tool. I use this. It's like take your pick tool. It's got the point at the end. You're just going to take and put where the hole is there in the middle. You're just going to take and point and push, and it's going to poke the hole right through. You could add the adhesive sheets to the closure piece. The only thing would be the hole in the middle, but I guess once, well, I guess it would cut out the hole actually. You probably could. That's a good idea, Debbie. That's a really good idea. All right, so then what I did next was I took our linen thread here, and because my linen thread comes undone, I'm going to cut that piece off and put this back over here so I don't unroll the whole thing, which I about did the other day. So I'm just going to take this and feed it through, and it's surprisingly easy to get it through there. And what I did was I just tied a knot back here. Let's see. There we go. Just like that. Just have a knot there. And I'm going to snip this piece off. So then we have our top piece here. Just like that. And what we've got to do next is take another one of these, and I'm going to grab a mini dimensional. I'm going to do my best to center it in here, and that's important, to center it in there as best you can. And then I'm going to take the dimensional backing off, and I'm actually going to put this on my tool here because it's easier to do it this way. And I'm going to pull my thread straight down, if I can get a hold of it here. I'm going to look at where I want to put it, which I want it to go probably right about here. I'm going to move the thread out of the way and push down. And then it's adhered down. Then I'm going to take a, where did I put them? Right here. One of my glue dots here. Come here. And I'm going to take one of these tiny gold pieces. I'm going to stick my glue dot on it. I'm going to keep it on my tool here, and then I'm just going to stick it in the center and pull. And so it puts that little topper on it so you don't see that hole in the middle. Just kind of gives it a little bit of a finished look. And then you can just wrap it around and it'll stay closed. Isn't that so cool? I was like all about it. I made a ton of these things. I had so much fun. And then for these, what I did for the little cards inside, I cut out a piece of basic white on one of the arches, and then I cut out a piece of paper with cardstock with each color. So Petunia Pop, this is Soft Sea Foam, and then this is Summer Splash. And I just did the same size arch, and they're just going to be glued together. So I already glued these two together. So I'm going to glue this one. And I put it on the inside of where the perforated outer part is, because when I did it the first time and I put it, and it came out of those holes and it was a mess. So I recommend putting it on the inside. I'm just going to push this down here. There we go. So then we have one side that is color and one side that is white. And what we're going to do, I have this one out here, is I'm going to take my blending brush. This is Summer Splash. And I'm not going to put anything on it because it's already got some on it. And I just want a very small amount, just a hue of the Summer Splash on here. A little bit more here. Very, very lightly. Just gives it a little bit of something, instead of it being completely white cardstock. So then I cut, this is the, pretty sure this is the mint, and this is in Coastal Cabana. I pretty much stamped in Coastal Cabana because it was lighter than Summer Splash, but the cardstock is all Summer Splash. So what I did was I used my dimensionals and popped this up here on the card. Put this in my little thing here. And I just centered this to the card, push down, and then this is from the, oh man, this is one of our new ones, the Mixed Labels bundle. It's this teeny tiny one in the middle here, this very small one. Is the one that this die cut is, and the hello that I used is in, that's the stamps that I had in here. It is, I kept it out so that I knew what it was. This is the Sweet Sunflower Paper Pumpkin. It's an older one. It was just the first one I found with a little hello. You can use whatever sentiments that you have. If you want it bigger or smaller, I just wanted it like this, and that's going to go right there. So I'm just going to put two smaller dimensionals on the very outer edge. See if I can get these off. These mini dimensionals are not liking me today. Alright, and I left it open in the middle so that it's not going to hit the stem right there. And I'm just going to nestle this right there. And then I did another bow like I did on the other card with the linen thread. I'm just going to snip this piece off here. And I took my glue dots and see which side, this side, put that on there. I'm going to keep it on my tool, and I'm going to just place it right at the edge there, just like that. It's right at the edge between the sentiment and the mint. Then I'm just going to snip my tails here to be about the same, and I'm going to stamp these bees that also came from the same Paper Pumpkin stamp set. There's one that is like his wings are up, and then one that has their wings out. And I did this with basic gray. So I put the two up here, And you can do this before you put it together. I didn't have a problem with these stamping on with it already done. And we're going to put him going this way. And again, you can use whatever stamps, little small stamps that you have. I don't have very many small ones, so I kind of go through my stash of paper pumpkins and kits. It's one of the reasons I love getting those. Alright, and so now I'm going to get my gorgeous bees here. My favorite. I'm just going to move them around there. I'm going to take my glue dot. I'm going to look in here and get one that's already got its back to me. And I'm just going to put that down there. Just like that. So we've got our little card. You can write your message here, and it's nice and pretty on the front, and it fits right inside. I think this is the one we made. So it's going to fit right inside here. And you can still stick a gift card in there if you want to. And I have not had any trouble as of yet with the dimensional coming off. It's stayed on for me so far. All right, then I took my the gold open weave. I love this stuff, you guys. This is like the best stuff ever. And I'm just gonna, if it'll let me, I'm just gonna cut a piece off here. And all I do for this is I just smush it together. Because I just want it to be able to wrap around. And what my goal is to get it wrapped so that it's going to go right here. You can really wrap it wherever and then glue dot it and move it around once you're done. So I'm going to kind of try to get it in place, and then it works better for me if I tie it upside down because the tails will be where they need to be. And watch it be the opposite today. Alright, here we go. Alright, and then just tied my bow. I love bows like this with this ribbon here. It's just gorgeous. Alright. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Okay. And then I'm just going to get a glue dot and stick it right underneath the knot of the bow just so that it doesn't go running away. And you can fiddle with your bow and get it to the size of bow that you want. And then I just snip these off. It's easier to snip them off when they're kind of together. Just like that. Isn't that so pretty and so easy? So easy. And then we're going to take our beautiful little butterflies. They go so well with this. And come here. I'm going to put one here. And then one here. And then you have a nice little card that's in a little tiny envelope that you can give to whoever you want. And you can fit a gift card in here. And you can trim your linen thread so it's not going to go crazy. Isn't that beautiful? It was so much fun to make. So much fun playing with it. That die is just the best. And we've got our inside with our back. So pretty. All right, let's take a look at everything that we made today. You guys have to tell me which one is your favorite. I think these are my favorite. So we have card 1. Let's see if I can get all my stuff out of the way here. Card 1. This is card 2. We have card 3, and then we have 4. This one. Oh no, this one. There we go. Am I in camera here? I can't tell. There we go. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. I definitely think 4 is my favorite. I absolutely love this part of the bundle. And this can go for anything. You don't even have to use these stamps with it. You can use any other stamp set that you want. Any colored cardstock, any ribbon. You can just make tons and tons of different options with this. This is a bundle to you get and you keep forever, in my opinion, at least. Such a fun. Oh, you like number 1, Amy? Wow, this one, yeah, it stands out. And Amy with an eye likes 2 and 4. Yeah, this would be my second, I think. But I love Summer Splash too. 3. Ah, Debbie likes this one. It's kind of all over the place. Thank you, Kay, for joining. I really appreciate you guys getting on. My next live is going to be next Monday, the 24th at 6:30 p.m. And it's going to be a new bundle. And if you're not a demonstrator, you haven't seen it yet. It's part of our pre-order. It is the Peekaboo Forest bundle. And guys, it's so cute. It's like the dinosaurs. It's so stinking cute. I've already got everything made for it because I couldn't not play with it. And you're going to love it. So you definitely want to join or watch the replay for next Monday. And if you're not already, follow me on all my socials. I have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I would love to connect with you guys, and I would love to send you a card in the mail as well. If you join my email list, I have all the links in my description. You join my email list and put your address in there. I do not share information. I will send you a card. And if you enjoyed today's live, please put this emoji down in the description, or in the comments, I mean, just so I can say thank you so much for joining. And if you like this video also and want to watch other videos of mine, I have a playlist of all my cards that I've made. That's also linked in the description. And thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me today. I have loved bringing you these cards and working with this bundle. And I will see you guys next week for a brand new video. Bye.